Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for December 3rd, 4th, and 5th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, I do use a variety of my cards, but we're going to go old school. We're going to go to Radley Valentine's Angel Tarot cards for the main reading. We will pull one from the Archangel Power Tarot cards. We will also pull one from Emily Anderson Crystal Deck. Now, for the overview, we're going to pull out John Holland, Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards, and I'm going to pull one of the Radley Valentine Angel Tarot, Guardian Angel Tarot cards. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? We have a new moon on the 4th. It's early in the morning, Eastern time. It will be for Sagittarius, and it also is going to have a solar eclipse. So it's a really super powerful new moon. New moons are about new beginnings, new cycles, and this is something to really cleanse a lot of air. I feel like this is going to cleanse a lot of communication. Okay, right now we've got a 6, victory and success. I think it's going to open our pathways. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's always easy to do these things, but it does feel like there is some changes coming with this new moon solar eclipse. Okay, so here we go. We're going to cut for 2 more. One has fallen out, and you know when they fall out, it means they want to be seen, so we let them be seen. Let's see what we have here. Move some of these around here a little bit. There we go. So remember to follow the numbers, put them, write them down, because numbers are important. They do have their own meanings and their own messages. So here we have a 6, the number of man. It's the effort that you put into something. This is, this person is tooting his own horn. He is blowing the horn. Now, is it his own horn, or is he blowing the horn of success? But this is all about victory and success. This is, again, even though this new moon is on the 4th, this number 6, we're kind of having some of this transitional energy too. I kind of feel like maybe something's going to be going on around the 6th also, or maybe we're going to see some of the results from this new moon on the 6th. Okay, so again, it is something that's pushing away some of the darker energies, bringing out that sunshine, and it's something that we need to be very, very cognizant of. We need to, open ourselves to higher power, whoever that is for you. What is good for you is not necessarily the same for me. But the thing that joins us all together is that we are all workers in the light. We are all light workers. Okay, so this has that energy. Maybe it's time for us to push our light out even more so too. I don't know. We'll just put that out there. This one, rejoice in celebration. So this is, 6. Now we have a 3. 3 is very powerful in that it is, you do something 3 times, you say something 3 times. There is power in the number 3. The 3 is also about celebration, which this is all about, and it's also about creativity. So something's happening in a very positive way that, that again, I'm not saying that it's always easy for us, but things are moving, something to even celebrate. Now, this is kind of like what's going on in the universe in itself. Okay, let's go on. Our next card, love begins. Oh, how lovely is that? I mean, this would be I'm going to claim this for our universe. I'm going to claim this for our world, because now these are water energies here. I think this is the fire energy. I'm not quite sure. About that. But this is the water energy. So that would be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, very emotional. So there is a new chapter. Now remember, new moons, and again, when it's got the solar eclipse, it makes it like a supercharged moon. But new moons are when you request, when you start new cycles, okay? So new moon to a full moon is the moon, the moon's very tiny little sliver, and it starts to get bigger and bigger. It's called the waxing moon. You want to request, you request. When the moon is full, that is a time when you release, relinquish, and request. And then as it gets smaller and smaller, it, which is basically, on the first, it's still getting smaller until we get to that fourth. So it is a time for us to release and relinquish. Moon energy, very strong. I would start putting out my intentions. Basically, since this is on the 4th, I would start really on the 2nd. And what that is, put out your requests. Some people burn it. Some people just voice it. If you are going to burn it, make a copy. Put it on your refrigerator so you can always see it and say, and basically, say it every day. Okay, very powerful when you do that. Very powerful energies. I did that. It took about 2 years, but then I looked at my list, so I do need to make a new list. I looked at my list and I said, oh my goodness, I've gotten everything on my list. So just have to say it. Okay, we're going to just pull one of the Guardian Angel cards. I do love these. They're very gentle. They're very encouraging. So let's see what we have here. Okay, you want to come out. Okay, we're going to let you out. This one, and it is reversed. So that reverse cards are very strong energy. Let's see what we have here. 6 of Abundance. Now, so 6, we have another 6 here. And remember the numbers. So 6, 3, 1, 6, 6, 1, 3, 6, because the numbers can be reversible too. And now this would be your earth energy. This would be your Capricorn. Stuff is going on in Capricorn right now. Venus and Pluto are in Capricorn. This would be your Taurus. Things are still going on with Taurus energy. And it also is your Virgo. It is about your money, your job, your career, okay? It can also be about your home. Now, heaven opens its loving arms and pours abundance onto you. An unexpected gift is on its way. Accept it with gratitude and humility, knowing that you'll have a chance to return the generosity by giving to others in the future. Consider volunteering for a charitable organization. Interesting stuff. The cards always do amaze me. And like I said, I'm an intuitive channeler, so I open myself to higher power. But they do always amaze me many times over when I'm expecting doom and gloom, and then they provide something so beautiful like that. And again, I do think it's always a reminder that we need to remember and look at and count our blessings. Okay, so new moon on the 4th, early in the morning, solar eclipse, supercharging that moon up, really pushing it forward. So make sure you get out there and, at least if, maybe you're not awake, on the morning of the 4th, but if you are, make sure that you get out there, or do it maybe 2nd and 3rd. Now, where it will be seen, I'm understanding the Antarctica and also Western Africa. Okay? Okay. Now, why don't we start our readings? Hello, my Sagittariuses, and happy birthday to you. Well, let's see what we have going on with your new moon. Okay, a couple of cards already. Oh, we got 4 that fell out. So we will take a look at them. Let's, 2 are reversed, 2 are not. So let's see what the cards want to say to you. Now, I was going to tell you to while I was shuffling, but I'll tell it to you now. Why don't you take a moment and like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. You help keep me on air so much. Thank you. First card for my Sagittarius is 9 of Earth. Okay, there is a lot of abundance with the 9 of Earth. 9s have really wrap it up. A lot of things that you've been working for are coming to fruition. Earth energy, again, is that Capricorn, that Taurus, and Virgo energy I talked about in the introduction. This has a lot of the stuff that you've been working for. You should start seeing it come back. It's not just that you've planted the harvest. It's not just that you've gotten things ready. You should actually see it starting to come back to you. And because of this, and maybe it's just going to be a really good birthday weekend for you, you need to enjoy what is there. I talk about counting your blessings. In fact, a lot of this could go back to the introduction for you, my Sagittariuses, because it's very positive, it's very loving, it's very much receiving the positive energies, okay? So enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, which is always helpful for us. It does help us to recharge. Successful self-employment. If you are thinking of, or if you have started a home business or a business, started a business of your own, this could be a time where you really see some major growth to it. Okay, next card, again reversed. Six of water. Now, six is again is the number of man. Water again is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid and emotional. There is a lot of nostalgia here. There is a lot of looking back. There could be you looking back to see how far you've grown. It could be looking back with a little bit kind of like, oh my goodness, what I've had to accomplish and what I've had to get through. It could also be looking back at just, at just your life cycle. I do feel that it's a looking back type of energy here. Now, a lot of times it's nostalgia. It's, a lot of times it can be about friends coming together, family coming together and doing a bunch of remembering when. But I feel that this is looking back and seeing how far you've come, my Sagittariuses, and how far you've grown in so many different type of ways, okay? So many types of ways. There's, maturity, spiritually. There's just a lot of growth with this, the feeling that I'm getting with this card. Okay, memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. I really feel that there's a lot of clarity actually with this for you. I think that you're looking at your past with really clearer eyes. You're looking at it more. Remember when I'm talking about Saturn, reality versus illusion? I feel like a lot of your illusions are dropping and a lot of reality is coming through. Okay, next card for this weekend. Next card, the Nine of Air. Nines again, so you have a couple of nines. 6, 9, 6, 9. Interesting with that. Air energy is our sword energy. It is our Aquarius. There's still a lot of things going on with Aquarius. Jupiter is still in Aquarius. It will be transitioning the end of December. When we get into Capricorn season, it will transition to Pisces. So there will be some changes. But right now, Jupiter's making its big push. Okay, and it's trying to clear out a lot of the negative thinking. Okay, so it's Aquarius, it's Gemini, it's also Libra, and it is about, it is about your thought processes, hearing news. This is, again, there's a lot of transition here where I was saying that you're looking back and you're really seeing things with more a realistic eye. You're not necessarily in the illusion as much. This is kind of, this is the thing about let it go. Now, it's not the Three of Swords where that's a really let it go, but it's like stop letting the thoughts, stop. This is a good time for you to put a pause button, to put a stop button, to put an erase button on the negative thinking, okay? Stinking thinking. This is a time for you to get out of there so that you can, so that you no longer carry that with you. And this is a good time, especially with this new moon, to kind of say, you know what? Stinking thinking, it's not positive for me. Now, this does talk about self-fulfilling prophecies. This is, we'll look at what this says. Expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. I feel like this is something that you want to let go of, and I think you should let go of this. And remember what I talk about. If you're going to prophesize over yourself, don't do the negative, because you're putting this into the air, into the energies. You're making, thoughts, words, positive. Prophesize positive things over you, okay? Get rid of that negative. And I do feel with the reality of this Six of Water that I'm picking up, I do feel that you're recognizing some of the things that you say and do that aren't necessarily helpful or healthful for you. Next card, the Four of Fire. So we actually have earth, water, air, and now we have fire. Fire is your sign. It's also Aries. It's also Leo. Passionate, burning, very determined. Your energy. Okay? And the four is stability. The four is leadership. The four is organization. This brings you to a well-rounded place. This brings you to all this clearing out, all of this stuff that you've been working on, and you might not have even been consciously working on it, just that you've been developing and you've been growing, and there's a lot of ascension energy. that you've had to fight with, because it's like you're coming along, Sagittarius, and you're like, no, I want to stay where I'm at. No, there's a lot of ascension energy, and it's brought you to a better place, and that's what the Four of Fire is all about. It's about being at a better place. Contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. So I would say that a lot of this is has to do with a lot of your ascension, a lot of your, going from that, what is it, the 3D to 4D to even the 5D, okay? There's a lot of just some major changes that you have incorporated. Not that they're happening, but that you've incorporated, and you've done it. You've taken the positive, and you can see, and you have seen, and you have rejected a lot of the negative. Okay, let's see what we have. One card, the Archangel Power Tarot cards. Now let's see what we have here. Okay, not reversed. The Four of Ariel. So you have a couple of nines, you have a couple of fours. Ariel again is earth energy. We're just going to go right into it. When you give, you also receive. So there's a lot of reciprocity going on for you. And there also too, when you give, even though this is earth energy, when you give, you also receive. So you should be doing, I hope you're doing a lot of meditation, a lot of, if this is what you want to call it, prayer, again, connecting with your higher power, whoever that is for you. Being resistant to change, extremes in how you save or spend money. Now, this is an earth card, so there is a money element to this, but at the same time, remember there is also this worldly element to Ariel. So there is this, again, we have to remember how are we walking in this world? Are we in this world? Are we in are we in the natural, or are we in the supernatural? We do have to balance the two to kind of keep our own sanity. Okay? Okay. Here we go. Let's see what we have for my Sagittariuses regarding crystals and energies. What would be helpful for you? Remember those numbers. There's a lot of good energy for these numbers too. Here we go. Reversed. Titanium rainbow quartz. Awakening all chakras, which are energy centers. Ultimate manifestations. Vibrancies. A powerful shift. And I really feel a sense of peace here for you, my Sagittariuses. I'm not saying it was easy. I'm not saying it still is easy. But there is also a sense of acceptance. So, interesting energies for you. Remember that full moon, though. Not the full moon, the new moon. Request. Okay. Also, my Sagittariuses, remember to like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell for notifications. Most of all, and as always, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.